Ravachay's $800,000 paycheck is at the center of the controversy.
It's insane that the amount of money that they're giving to him.
The president lives well, too, and we'll show you. But first, a little about Stevens. It's a private college in Hoboken with about 4,500 smart students from all around the world. New buildings are going up. Students entering have higher SAT scores than ever, and graduates are proud of their education.
I'm happy with what I got when I came out of here.
But questions about President Ravachay persist. Students, faculty, and alumni are upset because they think President Ravachay isn't telling the whole story about the school's money. As Stevens' finances went down, Stevens had an $8.5 million deficit. The president's salary went up. Ravachay's salary went from $229,000 in 1997 to $800,000 in 2005. Wall Street sounded the alarm. Stevens had borrowed $90 million for new buildings and programs. Moody's and Standard & Poor's, two companies that rate whether it's safe to invest or lend money to a company or a school like Stevens, downgraded Stevens' ratings, finding the school had been operating a deficit since 1996 and citing heavy debt load and fast-growing expenses.
I was dumbfounded because all of the information I had gotten from Stevens said that we had balanced budgets.
Management and engineering professor Donald Marino, a Stevens graduate, believes in the school so much he's donated about $100,000 to Stevens.
Most of the financial problems really came as a surprise not only to me, but also to some of the alumni and even some of the trustees.
Marino was elected by the faculty to examine Stevens' finances.
The published numbers had one set of numbers, and when I actually analyzed the numbers, I got an entirely different picture.
Marino found that Stevens' annual report for 2003-2004 showed a $464,000 surplus, but there was actually an $8.5 million deficit. But money in Stevens' endowment, the pool of donations supporting scholarships and special salaries for professors, dropped from $150 million to $122 million.
There are less funds to hire bright new faculty members. There are less funds for student scholarships.
Professor Ed Friedman, once a dean at the school, teaches students technology management.
The situation is one that is demoralizing.
On top of everything else, President Ravachay's $800,000 paycheck was a surprise, especially compared to bigger schools. The president of Rutgers earns $525,000. Of Princeton earns $533,000. And prestigious science school MIT, $639,000.
Sir, you make $800,000, more than the presidents of MIT, Princeton, and the bond rating has been downgraded at this school. What's happening here?
Thank you very much.
He's not explaining, but Ravachay and his family live in this house with its fabulous view rent-free. Here's his beach house on the Jersey Shore. To buy it and a Vermont ski house, Stevens gave Ravachay $1.8 million in low-interest loans, all stated in IRS documents. The lifestyle, the money raise questions.
We should have the highest ethics.
Professor Friedman is calling for an outside auditor to examine the school's management.
And we should set standards for the rest of society which others would want to emulate.
But Ravachay is apparently treating faculty and alumni calls for openness just like he treated us.
Mr. Ravachay, will you sit down?
We will consider it.
You will consider it. Well, will you talk to us or won't you?
We will consider it.
We called his office again and again. President Ravachay refused to talk to us. Now, the school's board of trustees sets his salary, and most of the trustees wouldn't comment. Those who did said Ravachay's doing a great job and deserves the money. But the IRS told me today it's examining the high salaries of officials at 2,000 schools and other not-for-profits that are exempt from paying taxes. An IRS spokesman wouldn't say whether Stevens is on its list. I'm Barbara Nevins-Taylor, UPN 9 I-Team.